Today, I'm going to show you how to sign up for an Uber Eats account so you can start earning some extra money. Now, you can see right over here, we're going to actually have this in real time so you can see all the questions it's going to ask you and all the information you're going to need to input. Now, as we go through this, I'm going to have a link in the show notes down below for you so that way you can go ahead and get started and jumps you right to a page that looks similar to this so you can go ahead and download the app and plug everything in. Now, that link does support out the channel so you get more free content just like this, but a lot of times that link will also give you some nice little bonuses for going through and actually getting some work done and earning that nice little bonus. So let's just go ahead and get this started. So we're going to click on Get. This is going to be the app that we do need to use so that way we can earn the money when it comes to doing Uber Eats. So once the app is downloaded, we're going to go ahead and click on Open App and it's going to go ahead and start loading up. So first thing it's going to ask us is to allow to use your location. Now this of course is to be able to help them pinpoint all the different locations and everything they need to do. I would personally go with allow while using the app to be able to go through that. Now from right over here, it's going to go ahead and say welcome to the driver app. We're going to click on continue. And first thing it's going to ask us is either entering in a phone number or email address. I'm personally going to use a phone number as it's going to make it a lot easier to be able to get into the account and have everything go through. So there it asks us for a verification number while we went through and added our phone number. And here it's going to say, would you like notifications? We're going to go ahead and click on allow. Now, just like that, we're right into the app itself, but we are still going to need to plug in some really critical information so we can go through the process of going ahead and earning some money. Now you can see right over here, there's a big little red area that says there are a few steps you need to complete. So we're going to click on that and go through this process. So when I clicked on that area, it actually took me to the page that looked like this. And I actually used to have an old Uber account where I was actually driving people around. But for Uber Eats, it looks like it takes in a lot of that same information. So it might save you a little extra time. Now, if you need to add or change any of this information, this is the place to be able to do it. So some things that you do need to keep in mind when going through this, it will need a background check. So we're going to have to go through that and I'll show you the steps there. Adding a driver's license, I currently have mine already on file because again of the original Uber account that I had, but this is going to ask you to take a photo of your driver's license front and back, making sure everything looks good. Have a profile picture, which we already do, and then adding in your vehicle. Now, if you had a vehicle before and it's expired, you're going to go ahead and update all that information. So we're going to go ahead and click on where it says background check. So right over here, this is going to say it's time to review your background check. So it's going to ask for all this information right here. So it says receive a free copy of your background check report if you'd like. You're going to go ahead and click on continue. It says acknowledge, agree and acknowledge all this information when it comes to a background check. You can click on that at the bottom right over here. This says thanks. And now it's going to go through that process of verifying your information. Now it can take anywhere from a day to 2 days, I believe, business days, of course, to be able to go through that. Now, again, if your driver's license is not already on there, you can go ahead and click right here. And then that way it's going to ask you to take a photo of your driver's license, again, front and back. Next up right over here would be to add a profile photo. This will actually have a photo that you need to take in real time so that way they can match it up with your driver's license. Make sure it looks good because it will be your profile picture. I believe you can update it later, just not on this setup right over here. So something to keep in mind. And then for your vehicles right over here, it's going to ask you for vehicle insurance. So you're going to click right over here at the bottom. So it's going to ask you to take a video of your vehicle insurance. And then if that looks good, the next step right over here is to do your registration as well as your vehicle inspection. So now the vehicle inspection is a little bit different right over here. It's going to go ahead and have you go through all the processes. If everything looks good, you're going to go ahead and click on find an inspection center. So that way they can go through and verify everything looks good for your car. Now, as I mentioned, it will take a couple of days to go ahead and process everything to make sure it all looks good for you in the background check. But while you're waiting for that, you can also go ahead and add in your bank account. So on the top left-hand side with these stacked 3 lines, you can click on there and then you're going to see an option that says account. And then from right over here, there's an option that says payment. So if we click on there, you're going to see at the very top where it says payout, there's an option to be able to add your bank account, or if you already have one, because of, again, Uber, you can go ahead and just leave that there if everything is the same. Now you can choose how often you get paid out as well. So just go through that process, get everything all set up for you until you get your debit card from Uber Eats. So that way everything is all set up. So once you get that debit card in, you can go ahead and go through and start earning money and getting paid out properly. Now, one of the other things as well too is if you didn't already have an Uber account, it will ask for like your mailing address. So that way they can ship you out an Uber Eats card. So that way once your background check is done, you can go ahead and use that card to be able to pay for the services or the products that people are asking for and going through and being able to complete your orders. Now, again, keep in mind that if you've never had an Uber account, there might be some additional questions it's going to ask you while you go through this process, but Again, if you are somebody who wants to sign up for Uber Eats, check out the link in the show notes down below for you so you can jump right in and get started right away, plus potentially earn a little bit of a bonus. Now, if you're also interested in checking out something like Instacart or even Airbnb to earn even more money as a side hustle or even as a full-time gig, check out my videos right over here to keep on learning. My name is Dennis, and I'll see you in that next video.